Hey everyone, Vinny SOB here to do a third video related to my first video I did a couple of days ago where I went and tried to play some vanilla Company Heroes 2. I was completely disappointed. I hadn't played it in a very, very long time since the game came out, really. And I just really forgot how bad it really was. So I bitched, moaned, and said I'd rather drink, buckets of goat piss or whatever than play it, and I'm serious about that. I would really rather. That game is that bad. So yesterday I did a video with Spearhead. I'm going over how much better, basically, Spearhead is than how it maintains everything from the original game. As far as the building mechanics, the way you unlock buildings, the way officers for the Americans, for example, unlock buildings. I mean, they didn't change anything, really. They crammed a couple of commanders together, turned them into doctrines instead of, like, pay-to-play, picking your little 5 ability commanders. So if you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. They have an outstanding damage model, my favorite overall, actually. And, it has its shortcomings, too. There's things about it that are, shortcomings, but it's got some other things that are pretty amazing. But overall, it's 10,000 times better than vanilla. So there's zero reason. If you like vanilla, the concept of it, Spearhead is vanilla, but with just so many more options and such a better damage model, just a completely better version of vanilla. There's absolutely zero reason to ever play vanilla, unless you just can't find a game of Spearhead, which I find that hard to believe that you wouldn't be able to find one. Anyway, I've also talked about the Wikinger mod, and if you've watched my channel, you know I do a lot of Wikinger gameplay videos. Wikinger is, if you're familiar from Company Heroes 1, they had Europe at War mod and Blitzkrieg mod. Wikinger is very similar to both of those, kind of I don't know, it's both of them kind of merged and with their own thing. So we're going to go ahead and play that, and I'll show you some of that and see why, this is better than vanilla as well. And I'm using Wehrmacht against the US. Now, I just played one and was recording it against the US on hard, and it was attacking the living shit out of me. I couldn't talk because they were all over me. I'm dropping it down to standard, and really it's affected my game, the last 2 games I've played too, trying to talk and fight off an enemy that really wants to beat me. You know what I mean? So, at any rate, we're going to go ahead. And something else with this. God, I hope I'm on the right thing. I am Theater War, Annihilation, High. Okay. Something else about this is I'm going to be using Wehrmacht because I used Wehrmacht in the last 2 videos. One for Spearhead, one for Vanilla. Now, this is not what Wikinger will be, but is actually a great representation of what the majority of Wikinger is at this point. Okay. It's not exactly what it's going to be, but it is where it is. And you're going to see that, and I'll go over that a little more. As you can see, well, it zooms out very far, which I do like. You start off with a unit that's really a builder unit. It can't take over territories. It's only a support unit. And a set of pioneers here. So you can't use it to go take territories and get any kind of advantage. Wow. I don't remember this map. You can see they have their own little things, their own little portraits. Just like, Spearhead did, they have their own. But this does zoom out very far if you want it to. I prefer it. I don't know how anyone could play vanilla and have your shit this close. It's just unbelievable to me. Alright. Let's get rolling here. Also, what I was saying earlier about this is a pretty accurate representation of where where Wikinger is now. The reason I say that is because there's 5 factions, each with 4 doctrines for Wikinger. There's no commanders, as you can see, none of those goofy power boosts or accuracy bonuses or any of that dumb crap. Doesn't exist. So, move this guy here. I'm really not familiar with this map. But at any rate, just like the old school Company Heroes 1, you have a button here. You hit it, and doctrines pop up. Now they have 3 here that are usable. And when I say this is an accurate representation, I'll just take Tank Hunter, of what you're going to be looking at. You'll see what I mean here in a second. At any rate, so I've picked my doctrine, like you would have in like Europe at War, Blitzkrieg, or even Company Heroes 1. You can see here, the tech tree is only partially done, right? You only have 7 abilities available. You can look at them, whatever. You spend command points on them. It's not some timed unlock based on command points like the other, like Spearhead is or like Vanilla is. It's very much like the old school games. Alright, let's keep pushing. Alright, anything to hide behind. Nice. Chase him out. Now the damage model is not as high. Oh shit, I'm not taking it anymore. The damage model is not as high as Spearhead. Now this is pretty long range fighting, and they're both in cover, so you shouldn't be having a lot of guys dropping anyway. But yeah, see, it still wipes them out. Alright. Shit. Yeah, they'll still get chewed up though. Was there a building or anywhere to hide these guys? Let's get them here. Oh, look at this perfect spot. Yeah, you see, they're still getting cut down. So, from this distance, actually, it's pretty similar to Blitzkrieg. It's, really more up close. I'm sorry, similar to Spearhead. The sight distance, if you notice on this, is pretty goddamn good compared to other mods, and the bullet distance as well. There's a lot of really cool things about it. Again, they focus here on historical accuracy, which is something the other ones aren't necessarily focusing on, at least not to the same degree. Do they build something on there? They did, those shits. I don't know if I want to go after them. I can get hit from behind here. Oh, hey, Jesus. Get back over here.
We have been granted access to superior arms and soldiers.
Good. I want access to superior arms and soldiers. That's what I wanted. We're gonna go with some Volks, or some regular grenadiers.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
You don't want that. Good night, bitches.
A new grenadier squad is
that's
ready.
Nice. What are these guys? Oh yeah, these guys get all kinds of goodies. I like it. Get your ass up here. These guys hurt. Now, you cannot put weapons on your guys out in the battlefield. You have to be at your headquarters, which I like. That's from Europe at War. It's a good thing. Or you have to use a resource truck, one of those trucks to drive them up to them. It's pretty good shit. All right. Let's get up here now. If you look like the old school Company Heroes 1, you click this button here and you get to pick your stuff. Now you notice, as I said, there's 7 here finished. This is not a finished tech tree. It's still set up in a linear fashion for these abilities, which are completely different than what you see, or some of these may exist in the other mods. But right now, these are set up in a linear fashion. You just put your points into them like you would have if it was Company of Heroes 1. So, but that is, and that is representative of, that is very representative of what's going on with this mod at this point, because they're fleshing all these things out. However,
Let's build a bunker here.
it's not what it will be in the end. So that's the big difference. This is not a fair representation of what it will be. And in fact, they do have some completely finished. God bless it, they're behind me. Yes! Cool thing about Wikinger, you can actually have an opportunity to blow up a flamethrower squad. That's one of the penalties of taking a flamethrower squad. You can actually get them blown up. So that is super kick-ass. I should have built that there. And the damage model is actually very high. It's, you know, it's just not like as high as like these guys might make it. Whereas a spearhead, that guy would have been dead already. Now he's dead anyway, but he would have been dead long ago. Pin him down, bitch. Alright, I gotta start paying attention here. I'm gonna be in deep shit. Here's the light vehicles for these. You can see something with an aircraft is marked, healing is marked, vision is marked. I need to be battle phase 2, which I thought I already did.
MG element ready.
Oh shit, it's a Jeep. I'm in green cover, so I should be okay for a minute. Let's just do this. Shit, it's coming around. Good, maybe it'll walk into my machine gun nest. Oh, I thought I moved these guys over. Oh, I moved the wrong ones. Alright, well. Let's get a anti-tank gun over here. Now you see I'm back here, I can start putting weapons on my guys. When you see, we've got a specialty troop here.
The HQ has been upgraded.
Panzer
Medium armor and rocket artillery is now available.
Alright, I like it. They take full advantage of, you know, the fun stuff that, you know, Spearhead does. Things such as oh shit, hurry up man, set up.
We have a fresh grenadier squad.
Fuck those rangers. Goddamn flamethrowers. Yeah, Spearhead's flamethrowers are not even close to Wikinger's flamethrowers for damage model. Now there's something where Wikinger has the, by far, most deadly of
The
anything.
enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
Nice, these guys have a Panzer Shrek on them. I've got a pretty good field of fire going with all these guys. And you notice, these do have some description, but nothing like the Spearhead description. Which is, the Spearhead description is really great. Of course, you don't need it after the first couple times using a unit, but it is something still really great. And again, look at that damage model is still very high.
You need something built?
Very high. I can build a phase 3 for that. What I need is somewhere where I can retreat my guys to. Can't do it there. No, fuck that. We're gonna go up here and we're gonna put up. Let's do this. Let's get a machine gun stuff. They can come from behind me though. Something like this.
We have construction work to do.
That should keep them occupied. Everybody can go prone. I mean, there's a lot of really cool shit. Oh boy, what's this? Ah! Now, like Peter at War from Company Heroes 1, you may remember, they had battle group call-ins. Oh shit. no, back up. Don't do it. Shit, I built it and it's gonna go down. Oh wait, these guys have a
Forward structure
Panzerfaust.
under attack.
Just repair it. Yeah, don't walk into a level 4
Our
guy
bunker
with
can
a...
now accommodate an MG-42.
Alright, that's good.
We are getting out
Get you
of
guys
here.
back home. Let's blow this thing up once and for all. Nice. Alright, I'm losing track of what's going on here. I have 5 points. Again, this is linear now because they have not fleshed out the tech tree. Some people have said, well, they've copied directly off of Blitzkrieg. I wish they did their own thing. They actually do a lot of their own thing. I just, you know, to point that out. Oh shit, they must have a sniper. And it's something that can be pretty easily seen when you start seeing the battle groups and stuff. I mean, just calling in a Stug and whatever. I think he might have come with troops. No. Yeah, that's, you know, just pretty common stuff. It's pretty simplistic. But when you see the actual...
Pioneers ready for anything.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll let that come through. When you see the actual tech trees that are completed, you get a really good
New
idea
anti-tank gun has arrived.
how different they really have made it. And some of these doctrines don't get all the same build options with their troops either. But I love the fact that you can put weapons instantly on your stuff when it's in at your headquarters, because that's how it should be. Alright, so
How can we help?
these guys are actually really tough when I get them built up. They're great long range. Everybody here is good. We're going to move up.
Sturmgeschütz on the move.
These historical skins are fast.
Relocating.
But this is, to me, like just the grittiest of the mods. I mean, it's just very Company of Heroes 1. It's just, to me, it is just really the coolest thing out there. And this is, as I said, a pretty accurate representation of the state of Wikinger, because, you know, out of the 20 doctrines they have, oh shit, only 6 of them are completed. Get back. Only 6 of them are actually completed.
Without delay.
So, you know, that's that leaves, you know, it's only like 40%, you know, of them
We are losing a sector.
are actually done. Come on, speed up, sprint. Shit. Nice. I got these guys here. I need a bigger anti-tank gun. Do I have one here? This is a vision piece. Vision pieces in this spot cloaked units too, like the old Blitzkrieg did. I mean, they've got some really cool things they've taken from these old mods. The you know, the amazing mods from Company Heroes 1, and they've implemented some of it, but a lot of it is their own unique crap, which is not crap. It's really good stuff, actually. Like, I don't need to bring this up there now, but yeah, you bring up these trucks, that's how you can put weapons on your guys out in the battlefield, which is just so much goddamn cooler
Something built or blown up?
than miraculously appearing weapons that have this build bar. I mean, that's one of my big pet peeves with Spearhead. Even Blitzkrieg did that. I never liked that. But and I know I'm playing from way far up.
Pioneers
So what we're gonna do here.
inside. Man the windows. You sure you want a flamethrower inside the building?
No, you know what? Yeah, I do. Get in there.
Positions inside there.
Okay. And you can see they have quite a bit of stuff. Now everything that's listed is something that can be built. Like one of my other complaints with Spearhead was I don't like that they just show a bunch of stuff and you can only build some of it. And it's unclear what you can build. Alright, we got it back.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Oh shit, get out of there. Yeah, so again, the damage model is quite high. Ah, god damn it, get in there.
Inside. Man the windows.
Damn it, I can't afford it.
We have a forward structure under attack.
Let's see if I can do something
Pioneer
about
squad
this.
moving out.
Now you see that? This thing cannot penetrate it. Another thing that is completely unique to Wikinger is the fact that Wikinger is the only one that has realistic, actual realistic damage for armor. It's completely unique to it. You know, this is really going for historical accuracy. So the tank combat in this is really better than any other mod by far. Something that has a gun that is not able to penetrate a tank will not penetrate it. You might get lucky if you hit it in the rear and maybe do some kind of weird disabling thing or something, but you cannot penetrate it. Like that gun will never penetrate like a Tiger or something with super thick armor. It just will not do it. And at first, it was hard for me to play Wikinger because of that. And I thought, oh my god, I feel like I'm completely lost. Like, how do I don't understand. I'm having such a hard time killing tanks. And it was because I didn't understand it. Oh, god damn it, get out of there. But yeah, the damage model's still super high. I need something with... He has a Panzerschreck? No, shit, he doesn't have it. We're gonna do this.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings. Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Ah, it's right there, hiding. God damn, that thing's... I have no anti-tank stuff up here. Damn it, he doesn't have it either.
Ready for orders. Watch the flanks. Crew, we're moving.
Did he kill that thing, or I guess they did. They killed it. I was trying to retreat it. Oh no, I did retreat it away. Good. All right, where's my? See you later, bitch. Where I lost him. God dang it.
Grenadiers ready.
We have a forward structure under attack.
Yeah, you know the tank out there. This is really big on combined arms. God damn it. Just like Spearhead, though, if you watched my video yesterday, you run tanks around like I'm doing right now without some kind of support, you're running a major risk of getting blown up.
The enemy has destroyed one of our forward installations. Get this verdammten Panzer out of here! Panzer IV moving! Panzer IV attacking enemy! We must get out of here!
Nice. It's dead if I hit it again.
Enemy tank!
It's not going to penetrate. Yeah, M4A3 is not going to be penetrating these things. Just like in real life, it wouldn't be able to, you know. So I do truly appreciate that. I'm all about the more realistic, the better. I think that's super cool. All these bitches are coming around back here, huh?
Crossing enemy lines. Redeploying Panzer IV.
They're sneaking around the back.
Moving Panzer IV to new location.
Awesome realistic skins. Another thing they've added is bush mechanic. I mean, that you'll see. Spend some more of my points, get some spotting scopes, some shields.
Grenadiers reporting.
Desert MG down, we're moving.
Panzer IV.
And tanks, as you can see, the gunner is looking one way, and the other gunner's looking the other way from the machine gun turret, or the guy with his binoculars. So the way the tanks see is different than the other mods as well. Nice. Gotta love camouflage.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Oh, these guys gotta go back.
HMG!
Crew has been paralyzed!
Oh shit, I'm not watching. What did they do? Oh shit, they did something to me. Dead. I have no idea what they did. I wasn't watching.
The enemy has destroyed a
Fucking
panzer.
Rangers. Oh shit, get back. Run fast. Run fast. Bring up these long-range guys. They'll tear them up from a distance. Support them with some of these.
Einsatzbereit.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Squad advance.
We'll come around that way.
Under fire!
These guys have a Panzerschreck, so they're dead.
Double time!
These guys will pick them off. Cover, they're good. Get them down prone. Cruise accuracy. I've got green cover. These guys have no cover. They're going to be dead. Nice. So yeah.
HMG here.
Nice.
How can we help? We have it.
Man, the music's exciting. Prone, come up here and help. I really need my engineers. Oh, I lost all my engineers. That's why.
It is ours. Pioneers awaiting orders.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
My last building down. Get an officer. Get an anti-air gun just in case they start pulling some shit.
An officer is awaiting orders.
There we go. Nice. So what I want to do here is get the retreat point up here.
We need a fuel cache to keep our machines moving.
And I want to get these guys some barricades built and some shit. I mean, this stuff's like out in the open. It's just not good. 5 for that one. Okay, now officers are pretty unique in this. I mean, they do some of the stuff the other stuff does, but you can have them supervise, which is the
Flak
best.
Panzer has arrived.
Now this is not, again, the best example
Loaded and ready.
of Wikinger. It's a great example of how a lot of these things are set up now, but not of what they will be. I mean, granted, some of these troop types and stuff are gonna remain here like this. Not much is gonna change with some of that. Oh shit! Hurry up! Did you build that thing? No, I don't mind.
On the way.
I don't have anything to really have yet.
Time to go.
These guys don't cloak, I don't think. But they have a nice long range, so we'll keep them there. Got that.
Grenadiers reporting. Flamethrower squad here. We're moving.
I can't afford it yet. We'll build a repair repair station over here, though.
We have construction work to do.
And what I'm going to do, because I don't want to move those guys all the way to the front. I can't afford it. Damn, I'm broke as a joke here.
Officer report. Enemy contact. Full complement.
These guys all in the back.
We guns them down.
Go, go, go.
These guys, oh man, it's level 3 Rangers. Gotta be careful with those guys.
Stock has been promoted.
Nice. Alright, get over here. We're gonna build a goddamn pit.
They're shooting at my crew. We've been spotted.
Home there.
We have construction work to do.
Hurry up, sprint.
Small arms fire.
That's a medic. Put this guy into air mode. I want to show you something a little different. Look at how it's setting up. Gets bushes. I mean, that is kick-ass. That's pure Wikinger there. Like, some of the cool shit they've done, and this is not a great doctrine to show you some of the cool shit they've done because it's just not a fleshed out doctrine. But yeah, don't be fooled. This is not a BK ripoff or Europe at War ripoff. It's kind of, like I said, it's a nice combination of both, in all honesty, with a bunch of their own really cool shit.
Set up inside.
Pioneers here.
Where's sandbags at?
We have construction. Let's go, pioneers.
Yeah, I don't want them right there.
We have construction work to do. AT gun, they're moving.
This little gun isn't going to do too well for long. Alright. I can get a Jagdpanzer.
Ready to use.
That's a Command Panther. Alright, Tiger.
Enemy infantry
Get the Jag Tiger. I mean, it's on... Yeah, it makes a big difference when you play on standard.
Einsatzbereit.
Retreat. Oh, I retreated them, and they're gotta go back to here. Now these guys are done building in the base, but they can build a bunch of other crap, and they're the only ones in this group that can build the camouflage trenches. Everything else is pretty standard they can build. Now for like defensive doctrine, they can do hull down. So they're a very specific piece that is really just a support piece. They don't really do much of anything else, but they do build. Now Wikingers talking about not keeping those. Oh shit, what happened?
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
43.
We are losing Soldaten.
Oh god, get out of there. Oh, I got him.
Enemy forces
Go,
are
go, go, go,
securing
go,
our
run.
territory.
I lost something over here, it looks like, or maybe they did.
We are ready for action.
Let's bring these guys around because they have a Panzerschreck.
You need something?
Bushes also give like a bonus to sight as well.
Unit moving to objective.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Ja, Backholen durch.
Shit. Oh, I'm glad these guys survived. These little crews can fight pretty good too. Oh, I forgot I had this here.
Los. Resistance! Taking fire!
Careful. Walking into that, we'll die.
The
These guys are
enemy is
level 3.
taking
They're
our
pretty tough though.
territory.
They're gonna be harder to kill. Oh shit, those guys have Thompsons. If they turn that corner. I'm in green cover, but ah, yes, good.
What do you need? Grenadier! Target destroyed! Hello, reinforced! Taking hostile sector!
We'll pick up whatever that is.
Under fire from enemy Panzer!
Ready! Prepare that! Stand!
Oh shit, that hurt. Repair station, go help.
We have lost a squad.
Oh shit, I lost a squad too. I don't know where. Oh, you know what? I bet you it was. Let's do some anti-personnel mines back here.
We have construction.
So you know they're gonna go behind that. Okay, I have 10 points. That'll give me the Yag Tiger. Another thing they'll have is, let's get a Tiger. Another thing they'll have is cool call-ins. And again, this isn't a good example of it. It is a good example of where it stands now with the majority of the doctrines. They're still in this linear fashion because they haven't fleshed them out yet. But, grab a bazooka.
Pack loaded for panther hunting.
But again, this isn't a good representation of where it will be, and this doesn't really show all of the cool stuff that they've done. Now there are other mechanics that need to be taken care of too. Like right now in Wikinger, you cannot throw grenades from inside trenches or in buildings. And those are some pretty basic mechanics that, yes, I know they're working on it, but I mean, just in a completely honest view of, where they're at. I mean, that's something that, at this time, is not functioning. They had the grenades working from the trenches and stuff, and that's something, I don't know, they're having some kind of issue with it. I don't know what it was. What I would have liked is if they would have done maybe one or two, doctrines for each before they finished out, because they're finishing up the 4th for the OKW right now. It's, I guess, almost done, and then the 4th for the Americans. So they'll be completely all done, and just tweaks later.
Yeah. Scope in use. Tiger on the move.
I would have liked to have seen a few working for each instead of focusing on just one. Now these are, again, this is a linear doctrine that isn't fleshed out. It's still completely functional. It's not overpowered over the others because you're not picking things, and it's not underpowered. It'll definitely do the trick. But it is a lot cooler when you get to pick your own, your doctrines and stuff, and then pick all your abilities, especially because they have such cool stuff that you really can't see in this doctrine, but cool stuff that exists.
Tiger ready. Tiger rolling out.
Take these bushes now, because they're actually blocking my view for these guys.
Heavy Panzer ready for orders. We confirm Tiger move orders.
They're done at this point.
Our Tiger has been engaged. Heavy, get this Tiger rolling.
Stay here and be dead. Pioneers, that needs to be repaired.
Consider it done. Stock is moving.
All right. Yeah, there's very few things the Americans have that can penetrate a Tiger. And again, they're going. I mean, now these Rangers can definitely hurt it, not from the front, but the flamethrower would actually would be able to down a hill. Ah, blew up the flamethrower. That is so kick-ass.
Keep it short.
I wish I could show you the bushes mechanic.
Now we can advance against the German steel. Infantry contact. Got it. Good kill.
Come on, fire it.
Tiger ready. You want something dead?
These
You call
clowns
it
run
Tiger.
out to the back.
Yes?
Tiger
Can't move up until they take out the machine gun nest.
Look, ready. Tiger here. Fire.
This vision piece.
That's a good kill.
There's no off-screen artillery on Wikinger either. So all those people doing the pesky drop and a bunch of artillery on you, you have to have an actual physical unit on the board to call the artillery. Whether it be a stationary piece, or whether it be
Eagle crew has been promoted.
Um,
We have contact. Enemy spotted. Engage.
yeah, whether it be stationary or whether it be
Tiger confirms attack orders.
come on, like a building or something, or a unit. Some units actually call them in.
Tiger needs order. Your orders are
HE.
clear. We have killed the
Hit
enemy.
him.
Tiger ready.
He's got a bazooka. Take him down.
You want something dead? You call it Tiger. Tiger crew close. Enemies are down.
Should have used tank shock as mines.
Tiger is placing. Tiger moving.
Ah, never mind. I didn't need him.
Work on orders.
All right.
What do you need? Moving out!
And
No chance against German steel.
How can we help?
Tiger reports enemy contact.
so yeah, it's an awesome mod. It's a slower paced, gritty, high damage model. You know, the most realistic of any of them as far as like armor ratings go, and tank combat.
Die.
It is just really a kick-ass mod. And unfortunately, you can't get to see some of the best things in Wikinger here because of this not being a fleshed out doctrine. So, which is unfortunate. Flak 88, that'd be cool to build, but I don't need it. Alright. I just want to kick this bad mother out. Jagdtiger. And if you notice, see, I have this guy supervising. It builds a lot faster with that, because otherwise it takes forever. I love the bushes mechanic. You can get that stuff. I like the fact that you have spotting mechanics in this, like the old Blitzkrieg had. It's always something, I assume other mods have it. It's just they don't really discuss it or explain it. But if you remember, like Jeeps and Blitzkrieg and stuff like that, you used to see like cloaked units. Well, that's how, that's actually a functional thing here in this. Like snipers and stuff will be completely invisible when they're firing. You won't even know where they are. Anti-tank gun until you get up on them. So if you don't use a piece that has an eyeball, one of these eyeball style pieces, bad mother, then you won't be able to see them. Stand out in the open. They got a Thompson that can really hit you from that far away. Pick them off. So, oh man, they're still chewing them up. Just too much fire coming down range. Oh shit, get out of there.
Get out of here now!
Let's see what this. Now I will tell you this. When you're the Americans and you're not airborne and you can't come in and airstrike this with something and kill it, and you're not armor, you don't have like three or four 76ers or something, or Pershing, something you can circle this with, excuse me, come from behind and kill it with, you're in trouble. There's not a lot the Americans have that can actually hurt this thing. Same thing with a Tiger. I mean, even a Tiger is extremely deadly. Anti-tank guns can hurt it if they're, you know, bigger anti-tank guns. Russians can do pretty well against the Wehrmacht because they have some super heavy-duty vehicles of their own. And airborne does pretty good because airborne, you can come with a plane and blow this thing up, which sucks when you spend that kind of money on it and the thing just gets blown to bits. Here's Bush's mechanics. When you get level 1, you can actually put bushes on the units, and what it does is it hides them. I don't know if it keeps them off the mini-map too, but it gives them a sight, and it gives them bonuses because they're, you know, camouflaged or whatever. But it's not the same like 25% bonus damage or whatever like a camoed unit would get, like this where you put the camo on. Camo nets are different, but this gives you like a sight bonus and something else, accuracy bonus. But yeah, that's a cool, you know, thing. That's Wikinger, you know, one of the things. Now let's just get in there and blow them off. But at any rate, this is how I should have done the... Yeah, see how that bounced? That's a bazooka at danger close range. I just bounced like it was out there. Whoa, what are you doing? Hack. I'm gonna lose that thing. Grenade in there.
We have lost a pack gun. There is no challenge.
So yeah, things that this thing is really lacking. Let's say I'm even were to be playing with a fully fleshed out doctrine. Then you really need to work out the grenades from buildings. Like a lot of the abilities don't work from inside buildings. And I know they were discussing not having Panzerschrecks fire from inside buildings because the back blast is usually like 30 feet and they could kill people in the building. You know, they are going for historical accuracy, but they said they have to keep it fun too, you know, obviously. But yeah, the grenades don't launch from buildings. The what's left of this? The you can't throw grenades or anything from trenches either. Only some abilities work from inside the trenches, so that is something they're still working on, trying to refix. Mines do not work well in this mod. They just haven't addressed them, so I don't know if they still have like vanilla. Maybe they have and they just haven't finished them. I know I've discussed all this with them, and they're a super great mod team insofar as, I mean, you send them some kind of thing or get on the Discord channel, they'll sit there and talk to you, explain what's going on, what they're doing. You know, if you go on the forum, you can discuss all the development and crap. It's really cool. But yeah, if you liked Europe at War or Blitzkrieg, you'll like this. I think this has personally the potential to be the best mod ever created for Company of Heroes. I think it will be better than Blitzkrieg. And when you see the fully fleshed out doctrines, you know, you'll see why. I mean, they've added some really unique things that even Blitzkrieg didn't do. Very cool stuff. So, but yeah, so that's it. Like, here's a battle group call. This is a, I forget what this call-in is, the Americans. But obviously you don't want to call that in when you're facing a Yag Tiger, a level 3 Stube, late version, and a Tiger. So, but yeah, the stuff like you being able to blow up the freaking, you know, flamethrower troops, you know, the Bush's mechanics. The real line of sight for the AA. I mean, they've done just the armor penetration values, all that other stuff. And really their damage model is pretty goddamn awesome. I mean, it's not like instant death like Spearhead, but it is very good. It's still very high. I mean, you can see stuff doesn't last long. And I noticed in Spearhead, after playing this for quite a while, one thing I noticed about Spearhead was there's very little suppression that goes on. You go from you're either dead or you're pinned. So the damage model is so high that there's really not a whole lot of suppression mechanic, which I really didn't think of until the other day. When I was doing that video, and I thought, wow, that's pretty interesting. So, yeah, so this is a really good damage model. I know I say a lot that I like spearheads better, but this is really damn good too. So, yeah, but at any rate, that's that. And I really like you can zoom way the hell out. I wish I could even zoom out further than this even. I like Supreme Commander style zoom if possible. And look at this. This is pretty cool. You can turn off all the goofy lines and stuff. Play it without that stuff. Shit, flamethrower. Yeah. So, alright. Can't hide behind that wall forever, bitch. Oh, I got hit by a grenade. Anyway, yeah, so that's that. What was I pulling in here to show? Oh, this is command tank. Panther. But yeah, super cool mod. I would definitely give it a try. And as I said, even the doctrines like this, which will function like vanilla or like Spearhead, where everything's linear, are still completely functional games to play. If you like the slower, more Company of Heroes 1, grittier kind of stuff, this is definitely a mod for you. But be ready when you pull out your 57mm pack, because this is what happened to me. I fought a Yag Tiger, is actually what was happening. And I had multiple 57mm packs set up at angles, and it was just bouncing off. You cannot penetrate that with a 57. It is impossible, because in real life you could not. There's no turret to jam. Like, they've added turret jamming mechanics and all kinds of other stuff in Wikinger. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing you could do to hurt this. And even if you come up with bazookas, you have to hit it in the ass, or, you know, there is no side armor in these. Its side armor is the equivalent of the back armor. You have to hit it. You hit it from the front, you'll just bounce all day long. So, which is why I think their infantry doctrine has a weakness for the Americans, because there's really no way to combat these things. It's much better at supporting. Whereas the armor doctrine and the airborne doctrine can fight these things all day long. But alright, that's it. Yeah, I think I might go back, do another vanilla with the US, do a spearhead with the US, and then do or maybe OKW. I've never done OKW on vanilla, and I rarely did it with the spearhead, because I'm just not an OKW fan. But then I could do an OKW Wikinger as well, which is a fully fleshed out thing, you know, like the US. So, I don't know. Well, I'll see. Well, thanks for watching. Again, this has its shortcomings, but this is actually an item in progress, whereas the other mods are completed already. I recommend playing them all. You may end up preferring Spearhead, or you might just end up preferring vanilla, but I would definitely play them all and get a feel for them. And if you were a BK player or a big Company Heroes 1 player, what was it, Europe at War mod player, you will love this, because this is like a combination of all of that plus. So, and you get True Sight, which is something that's, you know, of course, unique to Company Heroes 2. So, all right, cool. Well, there you have it. And I'm sure Wikinger might watch this, because it'll end up on maybe one of the playlists. Yeah, I look very forward to the rest of the docs coming out, and I really can't wait till, like, you know, you get the grenades working from houses and stuff again, and all of that, because like, there's gameplay mechanics that are definitely necessary. So, cool. All right, thanks for watching.